Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. So I'm really excited to be testing out the new Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Liquid Contour. I was really excited when I saw that they came out with one of these because I realized that I only have cream bronzers or cream contours in my collection, and I wanted to try out more of a liquid consistency, so it was great timing. So I went to Sephora and picked up the new liquid contour. So I'm gonna do a review on this product, but I also wanted to compare it to the Saie Dew Bronze as well, because I felt like they were similar. Although now that I'm thinking about it, this is more of a bronzer and the Rare Beauty one claims to be more of a contour. So I don't know, we'll just see how they both perform. I just wanted to be able to compare both of them. But I will say that I have heard that this is more similar to something like the Charlotte Tilbury contour stick or contour wand, but I used to have that and I got rid of it, so I don't have that with me. But I don't know, I think that both of these are great, and I just want to be able to compare this to the Rare Beauty. I used to have this and then I got rid of it, not because I didn't like it, I just didn't use it enough, so I just picked it back up and we'll see how they perform. So I tried to get two very similar colors, but just to give y'all a quick rundown on price, the Saiebeauty is $25 and the Rare Beauty is $28. So I feel like that's not too bad for Sephora, to be honest. I will say that Rare Beauty's blushes are not my favorite, so I'm just really interested to see how the liquid contour works. So let's just go ahead and start with what color I picked up. So I got the color Solace, and I believe this is the third color in the lineup. I was kind of confused on the colors, I'm not gonna lie. The very first color is very, very light, but very gray, which obviously it's a contour, so I almost picked that one. And then the second one, I don't remember the name of the second one, but the second one looked very bronzy, which I don't want. I feel like I have plenty of bronzers. I really wanted a contour. So the second one was a no-go for me because of the warmth in the color. And then this is the third one. And then after Solace, I think there's only two other colors. So I'm not sure. The colors kind of threw me off a little bit. And I just felt like Solace was the best one for contouring on my skin tone. I'm kind of like a medium, light medium color. But before I try it on my face, let's just look at the packaging. So I love Selena Gomez's packaging. This is a lot chubbier than her blushes, so that's one thing to notice, but I do love this packaging. So this is the color. So it does have a really kind of neutral to gray undertone, which is why I picked this color. I thought that it would be great to give my cheeks kind of that shadow effect. And I always put bronzer on top, so I just didn't want to get another liquid bronzer. So I really thought that this was going to be the best color. Upon first swatching it, I noticed right away that this is a pretty watery liquid contour. Whenever you start blending it out, it blends out pretty sheer and it doesn't lose that consistency, that liquidy consistency, which to me is it's not a bad thing. I like it, to be honest. It kind of reminds me of the Merit bronzer sticks, how easily those blend out. This is how this kind of feels as well, but obviously in a liquid format. But you can tell, I just blended this out and it just felt it's just so easy to blend, and it really does just give the perfect sheer amount of color. So even though this is a pretty dark color for me, I feel like it's going to work really great on my skin tone. So yeah, upon first application, I just did notice that it is more liquidy than a lot of other contours that I've tried. But I don't hate it. So we're going to test it out, of course, on our skin. But I did want to show you all how the Saiebeauty one compares to the Rare, because I feel like I would have those types of questions too. That's why I wanted to pick both up. So I got the Saie and the color Spritz. So let me swatch both of them and we'll kind of compare them. So the applicator on the Saie, I'm sure y'all have seen these. Obviously they're everywhere, is a little bit different than the Rare. Overall, I really do like the Rare Beauty packaging more. So that already kind of wins a point in my book. But the Saie one isn't bad by any means. I feel like I tried my hardest to get as similar of a color as possible. But again, I didn't realize Saie is, they call it a bronzer, not a contour. So I don't know, but just something to think about. So this is the Saie bronzer, and then this is the Rare Beauty contour. So like you can tell, it's honestly not even really comparable as far as colors go, because the Saie is going to give me more of a bronzy look, while the Rare Beauty is going to give me more of a contoured look. But I just wanted to test out also like the consistency of each. So when I blend out the Rare Beauty, again, very watery, just very like easily blendable. And then the the Saie is also very easy to blend, but I think that the Saie gives me more of a moussey, creamy consistency, while Rare gives me more of a liquid effect. So yeah, that's just something that I noticed. But to be honest, I like them both, but for sure Saie feels way more moussey. So I'm interested to see how both look on the skin. But yeah, definitely, I thought these colors were gonna match, but they don't. So I don't know, we'll see how they look. So I'm going to go ahead and apply both to my skin. Like I mentioned, I already have foundation and concealer on. I'm going to use the Rare Beauty with my Makeup by Mario F4. I love this brush. I literally use it for everything. I cleaned it off already so that we would have like a clean canvas. So one thing that I feel like this Rare Beauty contour is, it's pretty pigmented. So I'm going to start slow because I don't want to do too much, you know? So I'm going to go ahead and apply it right here. I have not set my foundation at all. So I'm going to just start with 2 dots, and we're going to blend it out with the fluffier side of the Makeup by Mario brush. So I'm going to go ahead and I apply my contour pretty high just because, I don't know, that's what I feel like everyone says to do. So that is how easily that blended out. And it definitely does give me like a little gray shadow that I didn't have before, which I actually really like. I feel like I don't really contour that much, but I want to start. So I don't know, I like that. So I'm gonna add like 1 more dot. And as you can tell, like I am wiping this off because I don't want to add too much. So I'm gonna add like one more dot, and then I'm going to add some down on my chin to give me that chiseled look. And like you can see, like what I really like about it is how easily blendable it is without losing the color payoff. I also like how it doesn't leave like the marks of the bronzer, because I feel like the Rare Beauty blushes were really like hard to blend in my opinion, and I would put like 2 dots and I would be like trying to blend it and it would pick up all of my makeup, but this doesn't do that. It blended in really nicely, and I really like how, I don't know, just like easily it blended. I love the shadow effect that it gave my skin. And one other thing I noticed is that it did not pick up any of my foundation. One thing that I hate is whenever a cream product or a liquid product picks up the foundation, because then it like ruins your makeup and you look patchy. But this did not do that. It just blended in super seamlessly. So I really like how that looks, just like as a contour. And then obviously I would add bronzer underneath. So I'll show y'all how I do that. But I'm going to do the Saie side on my left side. My left side, your right side, just to see more consistency. Again, I realize that this is more of a bronzer, so I guess it's not really the same, but I feel like I was really intrigued to try to see like if they were similar in any way. So for the Saie, I'm going to use this other, I don't know, like I don't even know what kind of brush this is, but it's kind of similar to the Makeup by Mario one. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to just add 2 dots on my skin. Ooh. Okay, this one definitely feels moussier, and I feel like I put a lot, but we'll see. So let's just blend this out. So this one I feel like blends out nicely as well. Like, see, that was like a really nice blend. But this one definitely gives more warmth. I mean, really beautiful. Both of them are really nice. I feel like the Saie blends out very nicely, more moussey than the Rare, of course, and I mentioned that when I was swatching it. This one also gives more of a sheen than this one does. This one looks a little bit more matte than this. So if you have oily skin, I feel like you have to set this, because I can definitely see this not lasting very long if you don't set it. Whereas the Saie, it looks like it like blends out a little bit more matte. Not like super matte, but it definitely doesn't look as liquidy. So I'm gonna add a little bit more of the Saie. I like the Saie bronzer. It's really nice. I just feel like I don't know why I never used it whenever I had it. So I'm kind of glad that I picked this up again. So that is what the Saie looks like. I'm going to add some to underneath my neck as well, under my chin on this side, and blend this out. So that is what both products look like. So this side I have the Saie, and then this side I have the Rare Beauty. Honestly, looking at them both, I really do like the Saie. It's beautiful. It's like a perfect liquid bronzer. But I think what I like about the Rare Beauty one is the shade just giving me that kind of chiseled look. I feel like I definitely need something like this in my collection. It's not patchy at all. Both look amazing. I think it's just a matter of one has one job and the other doesn't. Saie is a bronzer and Rare Beauty is obviously a contour. I feel like if you have the Saie bronzer, you can definitely pick up the Rare Beauty one just because they're really not the same. Consistency wise, they both blend out super seamlessly and they look great blended out on the skin. So I'm going to use the Giorgio Armani bronzer just to see how the product kind of settles and works with powdered products. I love this bronzer. And that's why I was really excited about this contour stick, because I really wanted something that gave me a more chiseled look underneath as a liquid product. And then I obviously have this bronzer that is very orange toned, not orange toned, but just very bronze. So that is the side with Rare Beauty and my Giorgio Armani bronzer. So I'm going to go into the other side and add some powder bronzer as well. I feel like the Saie bronzer is very similar to kind of what my Giorgio Armani one is doing. So it's just giving me a really nice bronzy look, which obviously I love. But again, I really wanted to find a good contour, like a liquid contour. And I do feel like the Rare is doing exactly what I want it to do. And I like that. So that is what both sides look like with the Giorgio Armani bronzer. Again, both look really nice, to be honest. I don't have anything negative to say about the Rare side or about the Saie. So I'm going to go ahead and add some blush and I'll be right back. Honestly, overall, I love both of the products. Obviously, I have tried the Saie one, but just looking at them together, I feel like both of them, when you are looking in a mirror, you wouldn't be able to tell that I used two different products. I do think that the Saie one obviously is a lot more bronzy, and the Rare one does give me kind of that gray chiseled effect, kind of giving that shadow on my skin. So I think if I had to pick, personally, I'd probably pick the Rare Beauty one, only because one, I like the packaging of the Rare Beauty one a lot more, and I also really like the consistency. Even though it's a little bit more liquidy than the Saie, I just like how easy this one blends out. Not that this one doesn't, but I don't know, I just prefer this this formula a little bit more. And yeah, I think the reason why I would pick the Rare one is honestly packaging and the colors, because I do think that this is truly meant to be a contour, while the Saie one you could use, you could look for a color that gives you a shadowed effect on your skin, but most of the colors are more warm. So I don't know, I think that Selena did a great job on this. I will say the colors are really hard to pick from though, so I don't know if she's going to add more colors into the lineup. There's not that many, and I can see how it would be hard to pick a color because Saie has a ton of different colors. So that's the only downfall that I see right now, but I'm going to continue to wear it and let y'all know how I like it. But so far, it looks really nice. And like I mentioned, you guys saw how easy it was to blend. And then this is the Saie. So I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. If y'all have tried out the Rare Beauty one and have the Saie bronzer, let me know which one you prefer. And if you want me to compare the Rare Beauty to any other liquid contours at Sephora, let me know. I'd be happy to do a comparison video. I'm kind of thinking I want to go and get one of the new Charlotte Tilbury contour ones because they came out with new colors. I don't know, maybe I could do a comparison with that because it is a much more of a similar product. So I hope that y'all enjoyed this review and this video and my first impressions on the new Rare Beauty liquid contour, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.